And everyone is ready. Good luck, have fun. Our first match of the Tome tournament, the last event of this year. I think I also have live PvP up. More time to check build deck. That's true. So, Carofex with a fire start. And Andy with a nature start. I'm used to see Carofex with a Lost Souls deck. Looks like not Lost Souls. Green Nomad. Peak PvP strategy. No one is committing for a fight. No one is taking a power well. I think power wells are in PvP very difficult to predict what is a good move. Since you don't know, does the enemy play a Sunderer? I mean, that's here for fire. Normally I would say against Nomads, yeah, you can take a power well. But if there is a Sunderer in the deck, yeah, not sure how you can deal with that. Okay, but... okay, it's Nomad spam time. And do we see the rare and ultras in this? Nope, this one not. I wanted to have it kind of fair in the first time I tried this with the reforging. But for upcoming ones, I think the idea of sharing the cards is a cool idea. I was thinking maybe to do something with the reforging, like you can see the cards the player reforged. So you see he is burning a Shadow Mage, for example. Then you already know, okay, probably not a Shadows player. Wow, that rude. Okay, buying time with Eruption. But the two Nomads, they are looking bad. Safety heal. Oof. That looks not good for Carofex. That root killed 4 Nomads. That was a good trade. I don't think the healing was necessary, but safety first. Ooh, Dryad Blue. Great addition to that nature strategy. And there's the tier 2 Bandit for Carofex. Looks like Andy is pushing with his tier 1 army. Default win by card pool. I think with Bandit tier 2 that army doesn't stand a chance. In the meantime we have the single Nomad here. Nightcrawler. Yeah, there's the root. Brutal. Well, it was close in the end. Oh, a bit late. But that gives him again the chance to push maybe the power well. Nomad is coming back for help. Skyfire Drake. Ooh, that is juice against the archers. Another heal. Yeah, that power well. Will he get the power well? Yeah, he will get the power well. Nice. And with that, Andy is +2 power wells. Not to underestimate it. I'm wondering how to come back. You can rebuild your power wells or try to push with your superior units. It looks like the tier 1 strategy is just Windweavers, Dryad and Roots so far, and healing of course. But against Bandits cards who can heal by dealing damage, and especially these guys if you switch them, maybe... Ah, oh, they're in range, nice. Okay. Are they switched? No, they're not switched yet. Yeah, he is making progress, but... Oh, not enough. Maybe with that. Well, he cleaned up a lot, but still behind in power wells. It was just units so far. Taking another one. Is he taking the middle? Oh no, he's going for attack. So Andy is still crawling on his tier 1. And no, here's the tier 2. In the meantime, Carofex decided to summon another expensive unit. There's the root. Ooh, Days Skyfire. No! Retake of the power well on the base. But still behind of 2. And now it is a Twilight deck coming in his direction. Yeah, sorry, I'm just eating a bit of chocolate. Need a bit of energy here. Okay, Carofex has decided he goes the economy game. He needs to come back with power wells. Yeah, equalizing, but yeah, still behind the power in the middle now. But at least in wells, he is looking now better. But they need to pay off, so he hopes to play for at least 3 more minutes there. So, the attack of the small units. An M counter, an S counter. Here's the flying units for defense. Ooh, switch into Wild Blood. Does he get a buff from that switch? No. These guys get the buff, yeah. Ooh, that looks brutal. Oh, another switch into Wild Blood. The top Wild Blood. Healing. No healing! It survives! Can he do the magic trick again? Yeah, I think that will go down. But great defend at the top. And there is also a Nomad. He started with nature, you remember? But he still has a tier 1 fire unit in his deck. Will be there a heal? Ooh, nope. Nomad, great card against Skyfire Drake, it seems. And Eruption to kill the power well. And in the meantime, attack in the middle and a Firebomb. Firebomb has rapid construction or fast construction. Fast construction. And near your power wells, it's even faster in that case. So, kind of a panic defend, I guess. Yeah, 50 to kill a 60 unit in the end. It paid off. Ooh, expensive unit, but great counter there. Same here with minions. Will it be enough? Ooh, that will be close. Eruption. Eruption. No eruption. No. 76. And tier 3 is coming up. Carofex only with 1 power left. Not sure how to do this. And a fire the bomb. Oh, and down. Ooh, the swarm. Normally not played in PvP, but I think it is a great card, depending on the enemy you're playing. What was that? Oh, it was Twilight Warfare. Into a Sunderer. And first match goes to Andy, aka Afro. Where shall we go next, Carofex? We go Uru. Big map. I wanted to add the map names in your launch, so just let me do that while they get ready there. Map round 1 is Terrace, Haladur, second there. Okay, ready? Let's go. In the meantime, I can add Narsimai. Round 4, save. And Elion, round number 4. Save. Alright, I did it in time. So, on the right side, Carofex again with a fire start. On the left side, Andy with Light Blade. So, Light Blade slow unit, but not that big of a deal here on that big map. In the meantime, Carofex did the big run over the whole map, and will he use the ability just to snack away the unit? No more units are summoned so far. That is an M counter in the end, so you could do a shenanigans here. You could also take that greedy power there. Okay, double Nomad now. And Frost Mage? Triple Nomad. Frost Mage is an S counter. It is ranged and has multi-target damage, but she is so squishy. That looks like a tough fight. So he will probably get this Light Blade out of the mix, and then it's just 2 Frost Mages there. Yeah, running away. The Imperials can switch to their slow mode, and I think then they also deal damage instead of trampling, right? Oh, update? Okay, something is weird there. Let me just check if it's because I changed the labels of the launch. Let me just restart that thing. Keep an eye on the match while I do some organization stuff. I just saw that Carofex made the win there. That is nice. Let's restart that thing. Okay. So, Carofex took another power well, and the Frost player as well. So far we have 4 Nomads. What is that? Oh, it's a red Nomad. He's playing both affinities. 1 Frost Mage is running to the middle position, probably for tier 2 or more power wells. Okay. Yeah, the Imperials are M counter indeed. Snacking away 1. Oh, will he get out of there? Oh, he got out of there. It is a red nomad, so he will not heal up near his colleagues, but going back to the power well, healing, trying again. More green ones. Okay. One frost mage down, two frost mages down. And then falling back again. Bit of a body blocking here. Nice move. But Carofex knows what he is doing. He is now currently with +1 power well. So the ball is in the corner of Andy to figure out a strategy here. Nice dodging here, the M counters. Focusing on the frost mages. Two more down. They deal a good amount of multi-target damage. But now with good micro getting out his nomads, and all frost mages are now down. Splitting now, losing the first nomad there. Yeah, he's just paying attention to both here. We'll see if that will be enough. Using the nomad for trampling there, just to buy the time to kick that power well. He did lost indeed some of his units, but even this battle looks like he can push through. Yeah, the squad mechanic can be a bit of trick sometimes. And looks like, yeah, that looks like another power well kicked. Ooh, that nomad strategy. Could be possible that his frost tier 1 pool is not looking too shabby. Looking a bit shabby. With just 2 units we saw. Well, we had the light blade, but he's most certainly the wrong card for that problem here. And with that, equalizing that match. Oh, SK, you did a full reforge. I was wondering what the strategy of the players will be. Like, reforge everything you don't need, or maybe keep some cards for potential deck switches. I mean, if you come in the top 4, you get 4 more boosters and could potentially have another deck. But if you reforged like an essential card, then you have a problem. And the last match will be Urmia. So, in the meantime, Carofex did the win against Rapsy, and we are closing in here with the last match between Afro and Carofex. And on Urmia in the north, Carofex with probably the same deck, and here we see the switch back to a nature start from Andy. No early well. I mean, it's a bit of the mirror of the first match. Ooh, instant tier 2. Carofex is well aware that his tier 1 cannot deal with his tier 1. And there we see an instant tier 2 as well for the nature player. And not just buying time by dancing around it. Andy was playing cards like Thunderer, so could be a strategy. And the first crawler. Ooh, Spearmans. Oh, that is actually a good counter if you cannot switch them. Crazy cleanup there. 1 root, 1 unit, 2 units down. Not an excellent trade there, but at least cleaned up. Ooh, maybe he can save. Just body blocking. No, run, little nomad. And here we have the M counter. Alright, falling back. Looks like no aggression for the moment. Both are healing up their units. And no power wells taken so far. Preparing the split attack here. And power well taken by Andy. Carofex did his power well in the middle. Let's see. Oh, the explosion strategy. So yeah, if you summon the Slaver, I think, and instantly killing him, his eruption has L counter, and with that, enough damage to kill a Skyfire Drake. Very efficient way to kick that Skyfire. Well, you could also play Mold, and if you have the energy, you could mold him, and with that, keep the unit. Oh, that might be enough. Nomad, throw your spear. No. Too late. Ah, he was just missing a bit of energy. Yeah, a single buck is not enough. Another one coming from the back lines. Yeah, Nightcrawlers are so stat efficient. Great heal, that helped a lot. Ooh, you are S counters? Yeah, you are S counters. Bit late with the switch. Yeah, so far. Oh, okay, that is annoying. He will not have the energy to repair, probably. Even if he is scaring them off. Yeah, looks like that is the counter kick. How much energy was here? 70 and 30. So, a bit more energy payback for Carofex. Yeah, okay. 5 left of the squad. So, Carofex has more units on the field, but a lot of spread out. In the meantime, Andy is starting the count. Nope. I take it back. A root. Yeah, some archers. And some M counters. Ooh. Interesting choice. The Banner of Glory. If you lose your units close by, you get energy back from the Void. Is it? Right, from the Void. Or is it generating energy out of the thin air? Damn it, I was too slow. Oh, wow. 2 left. The rest of Carofex's army is streaming in. The question is, will it be enough? He is focusing hard on that power well, and I think it is enough. Not a lot. Look at this. Only it's like the archers and half dead S counters. But that means he is ahead in power wells. And... oh. I just realized I have misclicked the best of 3 thingy. Well, now we get the comma separated thingy. The match between Triggz and Navarr ended with the winner being Triggz. So this is the last match. And then it's time for SK to show off what he can do. Nice attack, but that orb is way too beefy. We have now double Siphons. They can be super annoying. If you have a heal for them, yeah, that is. And maybe just a root later. Yeah, just ignore the M counter. I think he can kick at least 1 power well there. And a firebomb in your base. Ooh, might be defendable. No eruption. Too greedy, trying to kill 2 power wells at once. There was the eruption. That was close, but most certainly needed. Not attacking the middle, just passing by like, hey there, but I don't want to fight. And now the attack starts. Oh, defensive firebomb in the base of Andy. It is an efficient way to kill units, to be honest. If you have the deck slot. In the normal PvP scenario, you probably don't. And archers, no, they survive. Hello, Wild Blood. This time not transformation, no transformation. But that Nomad, I think he was alive quite some time. Power will taken in the middle again. Giving Carofex a bit of a better window if he can save his other power wells. He did the repair here, so that energy is coming back from the void over the next seconds. Oh, a root. I was thinking, like, why not sending his units to save his power well? Because that's not looking good. The Carofex has no L counter in his deck. Nope, and a healing, yeah. Easy cleanup. Well, looks like that power well was too expensive. Not having the energy to defend. But what can Andy do against that army here? Can buy time with a root. There it is. But all the other units. Oh, my chance to read it again. Give me the text. It's so slow. We need more. Oh, did he switch him? No, not switched yet. Now they are switched. And with that, they are powerhouses. Look at that. Tier 2 gone. And counterattack in the middle. Not sure if that is enough in the middle. Keep in mind he only has now tier 1 units left to summon. Maybe with a healing. Yeah, that's the healing. But the reinforcements. Ooh, another healing. Yeah, you did it. So both with 1 power well, but Andy with no tier 2 left. Yeah, the Nightcrawler is doing a 1-by-1 here. And another one. With that, it's now Carofex against the base of Andy. So Windweaver has great counter against the S units here. Not sure how big the range is of Firebomb. Oh, not enough for the archers. AKA now it's looking pretty grim. Orb at half HP. A third. And Orb goes down. Yeah. That's game. And Carofex is taking the win out of the best of 3. Great match. So let me bring up the bracket. Let us wait till they insert their victories. I actually can do that as well, right? So let's wait here for a second so they can enter it. Give me a chance to drink something. Okay. Or let me just edit. The first one was by Afro, and then it was Carofex. Save. Link to tournament 3 is just bracket, as per usual. So let me put it in. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Save, yes. And booyah! I guess we are checking out the next match between Killbuster and SK. So let me leave that. Get SK in. And Killbuster was the Terminator, if I remember correct. Do we get more boosters? No. You get more boosters after the Swiss phase. If we would go for round robin, I probably would have done that, but in that case, not more booster. Since then, people will get, like, need to build more decks or stuff. We had that in the past, and normally then you have, like, a match, and then another 5 minutes of building a new deck or adjusting a deck, and then again, and now with Reforging, probably more time. I think that concept is cool. I probably will do it again, but not for that Tomb tournament. Alright, we have SK and the Terminator, aka Killbuster. On good old Haladur, the classic showdown. We start with Fire, actually good card here, Scavenger. Yeah, not saying anything about Frost. It doesn't matter with what you spawn Frost, I guess. It is also the classic showdown. Fire versus Frost. Early power well for Frost. Nope. But power well for Fire. More Scavengers. And power well taken. Looks like SK is a bit scared. Ooh, look at this. He has Sunstriders. The Fire opening cards are looking good. Ooh. There's only North guards. That might be a problem. Okay, with Master Archers, also the Frost mix is looking good. I think I should add a number also for the overview, like the card pool size. If you reforge your cards, your size will go lower, and then you can have an estimate how many cards a player has left. Since he did not play a full deck, he just had like a deck level of 94 or so. So I think he went for a lot of reforges just to get good cards. Ooh, also with a glyph. Only heading one unit, that is a bit sad. And now switching to the big mass snowball of death here. But so many S counters. That's not looking too good. Well, he is making progress, but now it's only 3 frost units left against 4 fire units. Yeah, the frost attack is siege to be ended. Yeah, SK just ignores them and goes for his counter attack. He has quite the good cards for the fire start. He has the S counter M size, the S counter S size, the M counter range. Not sure if he is also playing the Sandra. That would be also a great addition. A Wrecker is also a nice card for a fire start. Who's saving the Scavenger? Saving the Scavenger. Well, at least for a bit. Yeah, but I'm not sure if that fire attack is enough to be scary. He was cleaning out some units. And now falling back. Summoning another Scavenger over here. And Powell versus Orb. SK going for a bandit deck. Tominator playing a tower in his deck. Yeah, welcome to Tomb Tournaments. You might think like, what, a tower? Why should you play a tower? Tower very stat efficient. So if this is going up, it's hard to kill and is dealing a lot of damage. Dark of Assassins, great card for a tomb deck. Brutal S counters. And the tower is up. Even with the Dark of Assassins, I'm not sure if he can kill it with that attack. Yeah, a second Dark of Assassins would be needed. Yeah, it goes down. But he spent quite some energy on just that single tower there. But now with the killing of the units... Ooh, he's playing Double Frost. That will be interesting. Not that Double Frost is bad. It's more like if you have the key... Yeah, you have the key cards of Double Frost. I think that's kind of the only key card of Double Frost. Ooh, no, he has the counter to the key card. Wow, look at that L counter. And here, Defenders also L counter against that bird. Storm Singer also. Both have quite some booster luck. I say luck, these cards are just silver, and that is bronze, so you can easily get them. But with the War Eagle and the Storm Singer, that was some nice pulling. So far, both with 2 Power Wells and Tier 2. And no one is committing too hard so far. But with 2 Wind Hunters... Oh, Frostbite! That might be enough. That is enough. Great use of that spell. Especially if you're not sure if the enemy is playing it. Ooh, well, the Assassins are not enough. But the Wind Hunter might be enough. Yeah. Bird down. Good counter kick there. Yeah, saving the bird, important. Ooh. What? What? 2 HP. That hurts. But he will take like forever to heal up again. Yeah, he's spamming that Wind Hunters, not Wind Hunters, Dark Assassins there. Big shout. Hitting the one with the... oh, will it be enough? Yeah, saving the bird. Very close. Ooh. The Mountain Rowdy. With his ability, yes, you can slow down the units and deal damage. And take less damage in the meantime. Is that an M counter? Yeah. You're not seeing Eliminator too often. Since you can also summon the Nightcrawler for a similar power cost. And it's a swift unit, it has a great ability. So often players will use the other card, but in Tome you take everything as an M counter if you have no M counter. Ah, nice save. You see these 2 people here not playing Tome for PvP for the first time. Very good estimation when you have to pull back to save your unit. Oh, switching right in time. But will it be enough to kill the bird? Yes. Problem is now the archers. Oh, the next Wind Hunter. Nice Sonic Scream. The Sonic Scream instantly killed the M-sized unit here, since the ability also have the M counter on it. Gravity Surge. Next bird. Well, so far, no progress made in any direction, but in the end, SK took that additional power well. So he is going ahead in power just by doing nothing. I guess our Terminator needs to... Oh no, look at this. Tier 3 with another Fire Orb. So double fire and 1 shadow. Ooh. No big counter attack so far. Actually losing one of his War Eagles. That Frostbite plus the L counter of the defenders is huge. No, the attack was in time. So tier 3 is up, but we do not see tier 3 yet. Looks defended. What is he playing on tier 3? He is waiting for energy, I guess. So maybe we see a big unit. Double fire. A big bubble fire. Maybe we see the Soul Hunter. What? Still no tier 3. He invested quite some energy to get that orb up. Oh. It is Bandit Hut. And the Terminator sending GG's. Yeah. If you play Bandit Hut in PvP, it's kind of over. If you don't have a lot of energy, you cannot push against so cheap units. And first one goes to SK. Map choice of the Terminator, aka Killbuster. Let me wait for the map choice. And let me fix my deck. We go to Urmia. Because you always need the Spitfire in your deck. Okay. Map choice of the Frost player. So far, no game has ended. And SK starting with Frost Mage. With this, the Terminator with a Frost Start as well. Interesting. Frost Mirror. Both with the Power Well. No crazy strategy so far, just running over the map. What does Bandit do? Didn't play quite some time. Well, welcome back to Reforged. Bandit Hut is an addition of the last season. It is a spawning building, so you place the building for 120 energy, and then you can summon the bandit vanguards and the birds. I think alpha birds, alpha something. 2 of them and 3 of the vanguards. So it's a great card to summon just a lot of units in general. So many. Oh, what? He is playing Wintertide, Frostbite? No, Wintertide, is that right? So your units cannot be knocked back anymore. A crazy good counter against the Frost Mage. Yeah, so the Bandit Hut, you can summon cheap units and it just have a very slow cooldown. So you can summon again and again and again. Back to the game here. Nice Frostbite in time before the knockback. But will it be in time to save that power well? He is in range for 2 of the Frost Mages. Now it's a oh no, he might get the other one as well. Oh, summoning just units to tank. Because the comb attack from the Frost Mage is not dealing the damage to the target you're clicking. It's dealing the damage on the way to the target. If there's something in between, it will first hit that and deal damage there. But in the end, the power well goes down. And how much was in that power well? It's around 50. And GG is called by the Terminator. Yeah, great card choices. I think that Wintertide was very, very nice. And yeah, with that, SK is taking the double win. So we can check here. Afro won his match against Rapsy in the meantime. Then we have here now SK the win against Killbuster. And now we are just waiting for Carofex and Triggz. I can try to message them if we can jump into a later game. Doop. I can't type. Right. I message them. Yeah, so currently we can't watch any of the matches, since they are probably in-game. We might be able to jump in at a later point. Let me see if we can show something else. No, not really. Oh, they are also done. Oh, great. That means we should get an update here. Yeah, look at this. Okay. We have seen Carofex and Afro. We have seen Killbuster and SK. So let's go for Navarr. We haven't seen Navarr, and we haven't seen Triggz. So since we just saw SK, I would say we go to Navarr. Let me get Carofex and Navarr into the group. And the third map is Zimai. So, great map. Zimai. Carofex is AFK for 5 minutes. Okay, okay. So he will take a moment. Actually, let me take a moment as well and get something to drink. So we will be back in around 3 minutes. See you in a minute. All right. I hope you're ready for more Battleforge action. We are waiting for Carofex to return. Let me see if I can show something on stream in the meantime. So yeah, I hope you all read the current community update. As you know, always on the first of the month, there is a community update by our community manager. And this one is about the anniversary. And for that, we have the seasonal points, as you might have seen here in the top corner. And yeah, you can join and do a bit of contribution. Yeah, you can play matches and everyone will win stuff. So that is awesome. I think we already have the 2 things here, and that one is well on the way. In the meantime, Carofex joined, and we have our match in the 3rd Swiss game. And on the left side, we see Navarr with the Shadow start with Forsakens. And Carofex is running with his green Nomad again. Early power for the Shadow player. And here's the counter power by the Fire player. Yeah, so that matchup here currently looking better for the Shadow player. S-sized unit with M counter, M-sized unit with an M counter. More streaming in. Okay, Carofex is not committing on... Okay, triple Nomad. Well, Shadow does not have the root or something like this. There is the switch. Just falling back. That unit will die either way. How long is that cooldown? 20 seconds. Yeah. But, wow, at this point there are so many of them. More Nomads. But with 4 or 5 Forsakens, that power is probably toast. Yeah, that looks not good. Big question is, can you do a counter attack with your remaining units? Well, you cannot trample them enough, but you kicked all his units, so all his energy is now in the void. And you still have 4 Nomads, I think? Yeah, 4 Nomads. Rebuild or counter push? Okay, more Nomads mean counter push. Still the problem that these are the better counters. Taking the wall. Not seeing too often, but on this map it's kind of pointless. Well, it buys time. Snappy is red. Red means dealing more damage. First Nomad down. Second Nomad down. Bit of body blocking here. Yeah, with that additional damage from the snappies, the Forsakens are melting these M units. And that is why Tome tournaments are so much fun. Normally you wouldn't play snappies in a PvP deck, because you don't have the slot. You need more other cards. But ooh, nice eruption. Double eruption. Might be the comeback. Nah. Yeah, the problem with the squad mechanics. What? He's down. Another eruption. Yeah, maybe that is the strategy to go. If you only have Nomad in tier 1, and it kind of looks like it, you can just erupt the crap out of it. I mean, Shadow can't heal. Only near power wells, yeah. But that is still not enough. Eruption? Yeah. But you can't win the match with eruptions. And so currently Carofex behind in 2 power wells. The energy pool of Navarr should stabilize at this point, so he could resound more units. Looks like switching targets to the left side. Yeah, here we have more Forsakens, double Forsakens. And here we have the wall. Well, 4 Forsakens, 5 Forsakens. Pretty split, so you cannot erupt them. Yeah, not enough. Only half HP on the power well. And game over for that match. GG, we go to Uru. It was also the comeback map in our last time we played with Carofex. Let's see what Navarr is doing on this big map. So, Navarr, Shadow Start again, Fire Start again by Carofex. So far, nothing special, nothing new. Powell for Carofex. Navarr is going for units. He's going for a tier 1 attack. Huh. Well, I think he is well aware that he is only playing nomads, and that his cards are the superior ones. Carofex just needs to buy time in the end to get his power well worth it, but with 3 nomads, with 3 Forsakens, you need to figure out a strategy, and it is tier 2. Wow, that is now greedy. That is a bold move. I mean, he is probably playing Lava Field, but that is expensive, and you already invested energy in that power well. Now you have 5 Forsakens in front of your door. First going on the power well. Nice splitting. Okay, that was already value. That orb must now kill some of them. Yeah, there's the first one. Second one. Third one. Yeah, good power well, good. And now you need to kill the rest of them. Half HP power well. Not switched yet, the Forsakens, right? Oh no, they're switched. Orb at 500. I think that will fall. 300. 200. And it is gone. Huh. And now it's getting spooky. The defense was not bad. But now he only has the Nomad probably again. And we saw how that went last time. And with the Snappies... Ooh. Yeah, last time the Eruption was the way to go. But I think you don't have the energy for more of them. And it's over. That one goes to Navarr as well. GG's. Well, that was brutal. The problem if you don't have, if you have a single unit in tier 1, you cannot switch out too much stuff. Maybe Carofex did too much of reforging and was now stuck to a single deck. Or maybe he decided like, hey, Nomad should be enough. That's always the fun of Tome if you have a limited pool of units you can choose. Let me just hit up Triggz. If we might can join now. Since I think he was the last one we haven't seen. Oh yeah, Rapsy. We haven't seen Rapsy as well. Right? Yeah, Rapsy and Triggz. But you can do multiple reforges. Yeah, you can reforge whatever you want. Only one unit. Oh, okay. So Carofex had quite some bad booster luck there. Let me update as you launch. Navarr. Alright, the current bracket looks like this. So far, SK had a time where he didn't play, and I think Rapsy was in the first round, right? No, it was not Rapsy. Yeah, SK was in the first round. And the second round, it was Navarr. And the third round is Rapsy now. Yeah. So we still have to wait for 2 more matches. I already asked Triggz if we can join, but I can also hit up Afro. Okay, that is on the way. While we are waiting here for the feedback, we were just looking at the community update. So yeah, that is the special stuff going on there. Some insight about Heart of Trouble, how the map was designed and the iterations. I think there's always nice to have some feedback, some insight there. Then we have a bit of information about the last batch of seasonal challenges. And look at this, a very, very long and interesting video about the nature faction you might want to check out. And of course the Tome tournament we are playing today. Yeah. And the voice acting application thingy, where you might get your own voice into Battleforge and speak a new unit. For example, the Bonsai Lord. Or the Burning Spears. Yeah, and so on. Yep, and in terms of events, we have 2 more Christmas events coming up. So you can get your hands on the promo Frost Mage and a Christmas-themed Santa Claus. Yeah. And kind of it. Don't forget to get yourself that booster code here. The most important part, of course, of every community update. Let me just hop in game and see if someone is answering my call to join a match, and the answer is no. Let me just open that window again with my test booster thingy. So far I opened way more boosters than other people. Like, I have now 12 booster opened, so 2 more. Let me see if I had a good card there for an opening. We have the Scavenger, Nomads, so a Firestart could be interesting. Forsakens and Witch Claws, Shadow Start. Oh, and it's the purple one. So the Shadow Start could be worth it, and that's kind of it. So with a little amount of cards, I could go for Fire and Shadow. So let's reforge a bit of the cards I would not play. Yeah, mini booster. Yeah, there was also someone who accidentally reforged some good cards. So because he didn't know how the mechanic worked. Like here, for example, I clicked by accident on the Windweavers. Yeah, I probably would not like to reforge them, since could be good. Let's keep the bandit units, fire and shadow units, and do a bit more reforging there. Doop, 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 doop. As idea, if you don't know what something does, is pressing all buttons. Yeah, maybe you should have pressed all buttons with your own Tome game. I mean, you can all use that website to make your own Tome game. So maybe test that beforehand, before in the real tournament you screw yourself up. And with that, we have nearly reforged all the cards we don't want. Frost. More frost cards. Let's see, we can also reforge tier 4 cards. Soulstone. Meh. Tier 4. Another one. And then this one. More reforging. Battleship. Why Battleship? Nope. 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 Wall breaker. Why have so much frost luck? Tier 4, tier 4. And this one. Wow. Alright, so with that card pool, can reforge you, and you, and you, and you. Shadow Phoenix. Don't think I need you and you. Double of this one. Not this one. Termite Hill. Termite Hill would be also a funny strategy. Yeah, so I think my key cards, if I go with that cards I now have. My tier 1 would be Scavenger, the Nomad, the Wrecker, and that's it. So I probably would be screwed as Carofex was. And the Shadow Start has at least the Witch Claws, which I have double, so I can reforge one. Probably have this one double as well. Don't need that tower. Oh, triple even. Maybe we get a good Shadow card. Another Witch Claw. I reforged a Witch Claw into Witch Claws. No. Tier 4 card. I guess double fire card doesn't make sense. Same for double shadow card. Yeah, doesn't make sense. Yeah, so my Shadow tier 1 has at least the Witch Claws and the Forsaken. So I could do 2 openings, but there are no support cards. No spells for tier 1 for both factions. So I have also pretty bad booster luck on this one. And also reforging luck. Let me jump back in game. No one answered my call to watch a game. So, we are still waiting here for the return of the battles. Guess we can do a short break and go to the toilet. I'll be right back. Alright. Still no answer there. Oh, Triggz. Triggz answered my call. So we can have the match with Triggz and SK on stream. Currently it's 1-1, so this is the deciding match. Oh wow, not sure what happened here, but lobby description continue. Looks like there's something glitched on the test server. Guess they are now figuring out which map to play. While they do that, let me just look at the current standing again. Yeah, Triggz won both of his first matches. So he is performing good so far. Need more boosters? I guess you just need to reforge less. I think that is the tricky part with the reforging mechanic. You can grief so much there. You can think like, I don't need the card, I don't need this card, I don't need this card. So probably it's a counterintuitive to the Tome spirit. So my idea was for future events to limit the reforges. Like you can do 5 reforges, so you can get rid of the tier 4 cards, for example. Or some very heavily color restricted cards. Like Avatar Frost, you will probably not play Triple Frost. Yeah, future events, be hyped for the next year. By the way, if you are winning today's event, you will be on the Wall of Fame. So far, we have a lot of amateurs in the PvP department there. So, let's hope. He couldn't play today. That means no more amateurs for this fact, but who will take the win today? In the meantime, the Frost start from Triggz and the Fire start from SK, both taking a power well, and SK is preparing his S counters against Triggz. We haven't seen Triggz so far here on stream, so we are not sure what he's playing. He is playing a level 120 deck. That means he has a lot of cards he can use, but power well for both of them. Okay, SK is committing here to an S counter squad. In the meantime, more S-sized units to defend. I guess we could see a glyph. That would be a nice move. A frostbite could be a nice move.
Master archers, here.
That's a scary amount of archers there with their small frosty needles. So they are now 300 bound energy into units. On the other side, it's just 140. So SK has a bit more, 240 has a bit more wiggle room, like 1 unit, or maybe a power well, or in tier 3. Depends. It is on tier 2. It is a bandit deck. And Triggz. Yeah, you need to commit now. If there's coming a lava field, you have a problem. And let me have an eye on that HP of that orb. Okay, counter orb here as well with... is that nature? Yes, Stonekin deck. Tier 3 up in 500 energy. So now it's all about the splitting. So the lava field is not crushing all of the units. Okay, there's the lava field. Wow. Not killing them, but nearly. So he can take out one squad. One scavenger down, 6 of the master archers down. Great value, but that's the trick with tier 2. It's way energy efficient. And in the meantime, top left, and here on the right we have 2 scavengers. And a great L counter, but the fire affinity, interesting. The booster luck was not 100% on your side. Top left, Powell is taken. And the counter is the Tempest. Super expensive unit. But he can knock back M-sized units, which is pretty neat. He is also an M counter, and I hear the Moolie somewhere. Ah, here. And we have a flying L-sized unit. Gravity Surge? Nope. Oink. Oh, with that oink, he might be able to kill it. One more. No! Oh, the healing was enough. Saving the Wind Hunter is big. And look at this, he is in range for the orb. He can also knock back the S units if he wants. But this dude is strong. He can silence them so they will not attack anymore. And he is focusing on the power. I think like to knock back the S units here a bit. But looks like he's just... Okay, he's just getting more Moolie guys to disable the archers. The Wind Hunter is here for healing. He needs to pull them back a bit. And in the end, it was enough to kick the Powell. Ah, sadly, he did not hit that Mooler. But Powell goes down. Wow, even he is just an M counter. That is a huge damage since the flying units have a little HP pool. And with that, wow. Triggz in a phenomenal position there. Let me just answer. Alright, so great position now for Triggz taking the Powell here. In the meantime, 2 Powells taking the bottom right corner. So Triggz is still 1 Powell behind, even he kicked the Powell. Taking the wall, just to be annoying, I guess. Lava field, maybe he can snipe away 1 unit here. 1 more volley. Wow, that heal. And grounded by the Storm Singer. Tempest coming up. And the Moolie guys to disable the archers.
Assassins ready to die.
Yeah, now the assassins are way more split, and the knockback is not too helpful there with splitting them even more. Oh, and the return of the Eliminator. Great M counter. His ability is to deal more burst damage, the flame out effect thingy. I think he can defend this, but Powell taken in the meantime by Triggz, so I guess he's not pushing too hard here. Just wants to be annoying enough, so SK needs to do something. But kicking the Powell is probably out of scope. Trying to save his important and expensive unit there. Stormsinger, maybe for the... Ooh. That lava field was good. Killing that unit in the end paid off the lava field. Ooh, yeah. Switching 3 of them and then just oinking them. Ooh, bit early. Yeah, falling back. More Wind Hunters. And another switch. Oh, he got the ability out in time. That means another Wind Hunter down. And looks like Killbuster's taking the win against Afro. So that is the last match of the 3rd stage of the Swiss third part. The assassins dealing so much damage even as just S counters. Ooh, is that healing range? Yeah, it should be healing range for both of them. Scaring away that bird. There's the heal. Stormsinger, you need another healing. Another healing. No. With that, Tempest down. I think that was important on SK's side. Ooh. Ah. You just want to use his ability. The lava field was on point. That healing was not on point. Didn't hit the Storm Singers. And 1 Wind Hunter down. 1 half dead, and that is probably... Okay, no ability use. So it will survive. And the ability was cancelled again by the lava field. Oh, just the death of the unit. Well, that's the problem with Stonekin. Not the big burst damage, but very hard to kill. Oh, is that the move to tier 3? Or just to power wells? Yeah, falling back. Just a bit of damage. Ooh, yeah. Double Tempest. And that is tier 3. With a Frost Orb was tier 3 with a Fire Orb. Both committing to the faction color. Yeah, Triggz even not caring about losing his unit there. Both of them are just now committing to tier 3 strategy, I guess. It is the return of the Bandit Hut versus... What is Triggz tier 3 strategy? Because that is in a safe position. You cannot burst that down fast. Ooh. Ah, nice. The big old stone pile. And the first summoning. And Burning Spears as an L counter. Well, they can probably do a lot here, but will it be enough? Are they L counter as well? They're M counters. And Orb goes down. Meantime, the attack on Bandit Hut. Okay, he is moving targets. Powell down, the triple. Okay, more summons. Just the root. Probably still needs a healing there. Counter attack is getting started there on the attack from SK. And the Wind Hunter is an L counter. Could be enough force to push down both power wells. Depending on maybe another heal. In the meantime, power wells even not trying to defend them. Now it's an all-out push, I guess. One more hit. Power down. In the meantime, the Vanguard's now on the top right position. The other force on top left position. I think it's actually not looking too good for Triggz here. These cheap summons by the bandit hut. Look at this, they're streaming even more in. Yeah. Yeah, I can pause for a moment. Looks like Triggz hasn't played against the bandit hut. Yeah, it's a bit controversial. I've seen it a lot in PvP 2v2. In 1v1 it's not that present. But with that it looks like Triggz is losing that match, aka SK is winning it. Nice move, nice match. So, the matches. We are waiting for our last stage here. They need to update the challenge. Maybe I can do it for them. So it was Triggz with 1 and SK with 2 wins. Oops. And now we are in the last phase here. We haven't seen Rapsy on stream, so we will watch Rapsy and Carofex in the last stage of the Swiss game. We had a lot of Carofex here on stream today. So let me get Rapsy, invite to group. And we play on Elion. Right, okay, he has a very low deck level. I have the feeling he did a lot of reforges here. I think his card pool is pretty limited. Reforge addict. A gambling addict here, trying to get the best out of reforges. So, in the north, Rapsy with a shadow start. And Carofex committing to the Nomad. So, no big battle. Are we going for Power Wells? Oh, we go instant tier 2. Yeah, I think Carofex learned from the last matches against the Forsakens.
We are forsaken.
Yeah, Rapsy is committing here to the Forsakens. But we saw the lava field in Carofex deck. That might be a problem here. Yeah, he's saving energy. There's the lava field. Yeah. Even with the switch Forsakens.
We are forsaken.
Yeah. Alright, Carofex. Great. That was the first one. So, where are we going next? So we are waiting for the map choice of Rapsy. Alright, we play the same map again. That is Elion. And again in the north, Rapsy Shadow start, Carofex the same fire start in the south. Will we see now the switch in strategy? Pretty sure, since we saw how the current one ended. Maybe Rapsy is now focusing on the unit. Oh, Carofex is turning around. Oh, he's taking the tier 2 now at a safe position. So Carofex learned at that point. Oh. Is that eruption range? Yes, it is eruption, but only 2 of them. It was not a bad deal in the end. And Powell taken. So I think the Phase Tower strategy is absolute good choice there. Like I said before, the towers are super stat efficient. Meantime, Carofex is connecting power, so currently it's tech versus a defensive strategy here. Not sure if Carofex has good units to push in a deck full of towers. Maybe Rapsy can go tier 2, now at the same position there. It's good defended, he has a lot of power wells, he does not need to attack in the end. But Carofex decided like, yeah, but your main base. What is about your main base? That's the problem with the towers. You bound now here 100 energy, 180 energy, and you can't do now too much stuff over here. Ooh, yeah, with just a single squad of Forsakens, that power well will fall. The giant king shall fall! Yeah, with 3 you will save the second one, I think. But losing a power well in the early game is always very, very hard to come back. Meantime, we see the move of the face tower. Ooh. Yeah, they deal a lot of damage. After the teleport, they take additional damage. Cannot port back in time, right? Ah, yeah. Oh, you even switched them. Yeah, still on tier 1 here, keep in mind. Yeah, dazed M unit versus M counter. But the Forsakens are coming to help. Problem with these dudes is they take less damage and get healed up by their damage they are dealing. Teleport now, the tower takes again additional damage, probably will go down here. Yeah. The switch for Forsakens dealing a lot of damage, but now dying in a second there. So, will they get... Oh, yeah, they got enough. Not sure if he is playing an S counter. Yeah, it looks like more like the... Oh, he took the power well in the middle. The second one. Okay, switched commandos again. Yeah, they look at this. They deal more. They heal more by their damage than the Forsakens can deal. Super strong card. Super strong card. Ooh, Night Guard. Would be a great counter against some of the key cards of other factions. But looks like Carofex is committing to the S-sized ones. Well, he has also the Forsakens. Ha! Ooh, okay. Actually, not a bad move to take them over. Problem is, he can take them back if... Like I said, they are super tanky. I'm not sure if Carofex can actually kill them with their unit mix here. Oh, he's switching back. Okay. Yeah, if Rapsy has focused the girl first, then he might have retaken the middle. Oh, that eruption. Yeah, middle taken by Carofex. And yeah, looks like GG's. Switch back, supposed to get presents. I have no idea. Maybe? Maybe a bug, who knows. And with that, Carofex is taking the win. Let me update your jeu launch. Oh, yeah, already done. Awesome. So, let me ping Navarr and Triggz if we can jump into their games. Hilarious deck situations. Since we are done with the event in the Swiss phase, we can then check at the deck pool of the players who are not in the final. So we might have a look at your deck and see what you had there. Let me see. SK, and the other one I wanted to ping was Triggz. Yeah. Just clean up here. Annoying blinky thingies. Okay. So let me check the current standing. I think Rapsy, you're probably out. Yeah, you're out with 3 losers. You will not make it in the top 4, sadly. So if you allow me, I can show your decks, your cards on stream already. Normally I would wait for later, but if you say, yeah, it's fine, I would show them. You already did? I did not. I haven't shown your card, your deck. No, that was not your deck. I have my own. That is my test thingy here. I showed this one. That is my deck pool. That is for, you see, the test player. That is not the official one. The official one is here, this one. So, was not your deck pool, but I have the scuffed deck as well. Sure, go ahead. Okay, we can show your card pool while we wait for the feedback. Give a sec. Okay, we have someone. We can watch Navarr. Navarr, Wisp. Oh yeah, as soon as you're in part of a group, the lobby description and button thingy gets confused. Okay, maybe I have to check that on the live server as well. Maybe there is still a bug with that description thingy. Let me ask for a standing. Doop-de-doo. 1 for SK. Alright. So Navarr needs to do 2 wins. Alright, and we're fighting on Largesse. Let me have a sip. All right. Yeah, SK also with a low deck level. Navarr with 120. So full deck. Maybe he has some filler cards, or maybe even playing some wanky tier 4 strategy. I don't think Largesse is a tier 4 card map. Sunstriders with the Frost Mage. Yeah, we saw the great strategy with the Frostbite. No, the not Glaciation, Wintertide against the Frost Mage. I think that combination was great. And now let's see how the Frost Mage and the Sunstriders will do their battle. Okay, SK is spamming some more. Let's see what Navarr will do against. I have the feeling that he might have a problem with... Yeah, he only has Sunstriders and Sunder probably in tier 1. Ooh. And the Light Blade is out of days. More damage and the ability. If he only has these 2 units, it's looking grim. SK has both counters for these cards.
Frost Mage waiting.
And ability use in time to save the Frost Mage. Oh, but he kills the Light Blade. Nope. And GG's is called. Well, that was a fast one. With that, SK is taking the win for that match. That means we only have now the match running from... Let me look at the matches. Yeah, only Triggz and Afro. I picked them already, so let's see if they will answer my call. Let's see if I missed it. Well, he read okay, so we have to wait till he is pinging me. Yeah, we wanted to have a look at the deck from card pool of Rapsy. So let me bring that up. Do. Oops. Oops. So, that is Rapsy's card pool. Got quite some fire cards. Frost Mage. Dryad, another Frost Mage. Yeah. Not too fancy tier 1. Not too fancy tier 1. Well, Frost Mage and Shields from the Frost Sorceress could have been an alternative. But besides that, I don't see the fire start really. No, not really. Yeah, tough cards you got there. At least the tier 1 card. On tier 2, it's always a bit of a gamble which color to choose. See at least that Wild Blood could be a nice card. Double fire for the first Enforcer was probably not valid. Double Shadow is also not too cool cards. The Stonekin had some cards here where it could be interesting. Oh, you got the new card. Here tier 2 and tier 3 cards for his bandit deck. And reload like an addict, yeah. But yeah, if you reforge and get a Grimvine, you think like, yeah, crap, thank you for nothing. Juice Tank. Congratulations on that one. Ooh, but there's at least a fire card that could be interesting. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. The card luck was not on your side, but welcome to booster like Tome games. Sometimes booster tell, nope, you will not have a good time. Alright, yeah, we are still waiting for Triggz and Afro. We might be able to join their match in a second. Just check something over here. Okay, that looks good. Let me jump in game. If we missed a message, nope, we did not. So they are still fighting to their best. Can also look at the standing. Currently, it's not looking too good for multiple people there. Oh, was that an update? Oh yeah, that was an update. Great, Triggz won the matches. Congratulations on that one. And with that, we are done with the first stage. Advancing will SK, Triggz, Afro, and Carofex. So let me update your boosters. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. That's the wrong one. That is the right one. So okay, I need to read again. SK gets 2 more and 2 more of these. Triggz, Afro, and Carofex. Safe. All right. You can open your rest of your boosters. Let me just put it in the chat here in game. Doop-de-doo. You can open more boosters now. Let me see if they figured it out. Yeah, Triggz figured it out already. Afro as well. So it's just SK and Carofex who needs to figure it out, and I can advance the launch into the next stage. Whoop. Okay, my man, give me a second. Okay, that's wrong. Where is it? Here is it. Keep in mind, you still also have the random draw thing, the wild card thingies. Okay, is that one? I'm confused. No, that's not. Oh god, so many buttons for your launch. Which is the right one? That is also the wrong one. Is that one? Technology is hard, absolutely. I cannot show you anything cool in the meantime. Just let me do the thing I want to do. It's like this. No. Okay. Yeah, I do not figure out how to do the final in Challenge correctly. So for some reason, it's now looking different. It's now looking like this. But we are just doing the fight Carofex, SK, Triggz, Afro, and the loser of them fighting against each other, and then the winner fighting in the final. So yeah, that is not working for the view over here, but doesn't matter. We start with SK and Carofex on the map Lajesh. Let me also update here. Lajesh. And then we have here Uru in the finals. No, in the... there, and Urmia in the finals. Okie dokie. Buy a booster, channel point giving a booster. No, it will be opening a booster on my channel just for fun, but we are on the test server, so you might want to wait for the productive server, since there's nothing to gain here, I guess. Let me check the opening. Okay, it looks like Oil have opened their boosters, so they are now figuring out the decks. I can already invite SK, and we can invite Carofex. Create a game on Lajesh. Yeah, Carofex is probably just figuring out which cards are now added, which cards are now removed, what can we do, what can we add. Yeah, still waiting on that. We can check out some of the deck pools from player who are not in the match anymore. So let me see. Carofex, SK, Triggz, Raspberry already watched. So we can have a look at the deck pool from Killbuster. So let me bring that up. Oops, that was the wrong one here. So here we have Killbuster's deck pool. Mark of the Keeper would be funny. Oh, Mo and Treasure Wagon. Cool cards. Hope he was able to use them. Portal Nexus. I think from the cards he was reforging, it's very reasonable. A lot of them are just tier 3, tier 4 cards. We have very color has restricted cards like the Parasite Swarm. You don't go for double nature with the cards we just saw so far. So yeah, he was not going too hard on the reforgers. So he let him quite some cards open to have multiple strategies. Then we have just... oops. So... Fire... Tunnel? Why not? Yeah, same here. He was not going too hard on the reforges. Okay, looks like Carofex is in our group and we are having our first semi-final for the Tome tournament number 4. SK has his deck ready. It is called Tome 2, so maybe he has a new strategy up his sleeve. In the north, SK Scavenger. In the south, Carofex with Scavenger. I guess the booster luck was on his side. Or he had it all the way and was not playing it. I don't know. Both are switching sides and going for his opponent. SK is turning around. Carofex is going for the middle. Or not. It's all mind games. But no cards are resummoned here. Okay. Some archers. So SK with the good unit mixer already. That is already classic PvP opening strategy. Scavengers and Sunrise. But we see tier 2 now with bandits here and tier 2 with bandits over there. So far pretty mirror, besides that Carofex not playing the archers yet. Or at all. One volley getting healed up. So nothing is done yet. SK just bound 50 more energy into units. But to be fair, an M counter is not a bad decision against bandits. Ooh, we have here the blue one. Let me just read it. If you switch them, they deal more damage against close combat. Okay. So switching them against close combat. And tier 1 units are cleaned up. Carofex with a Skyfire Drake in the sky. Yeah, the single squad here will probably not do too much. Can snipe away the... Ooh, have you seen that? With the eruption cleaning up the Skyfire Drake and the Scavenger. So pretty energy efficient cleanup. Both now with 2 power wells. And it looks like SK going for another power well. Yes, maybe, maybe not, who knows? Maybe not. We see the attack again from SK, now with the triple unit so far. Carofex with the Nightcrawler dancing around the middle of the map. It looks like no one is really committing to a big attack so far. SK is always dancing around here to maybe get that. Big lava field. So the purple stalker counter lava field deals more 50% more damage. This unit cannot be worn off. Okay. So it's the purple one. There's the other color which deals more damage against beasts, like the Nightcrawler. So this attack goes in the direction from SK. And Nightcrawler going to bottom right, top left already taking a power well. Probably the same now for Carofex to not fall behind. Or the tier 3 would be pretty early. No, as expected, it is the power well. So another power well in the top left corner. Carofex is not taking his additional power well yet, so he is swimming a bit more energy. Probably can pump out 2 more units. But he needs to defend the bottom right and, of course, here in the top left. Ooh, yeah, that is looking like a dead Nightcrawler. And here's Switch Nightcrawler. Oh, just getting out a unit, a building. Oh, it is the banner of a railing banner. So undazed Nightcrawlers. Just summoning and switching, I guess. That is a very, very sneaky way to burst down that power well. Yeah, look at the damage. Very, very nice strategy. Can you get out another railing banner in time is a question. Or was that just everything you wanted to? Yeah, okay. The power well in the meantime, bottom right was taken. This one is taken. This one is retaken. He lost kind of 60 energy by building and losing it. So very nice strategy by Carofex here. But SK knows he needs to do something. So dancing around the bottom right corner. So far in terms of tier 2 we had the lava field, the Dark Elf Assassins and the Stalker from SK. Let's see if he can add something to this unit mix. Ooh. Eruption, just to keep the Nightcrawler a bit longer alive. Sadly not making it. And the archers are not enough. Okay, falling back for the moment. Yeah, the eruption to disable the switched for assassins, taking them out. Not, of course, the best trade, but not losing your units and keeping the pressure can be more beneficial in the end. Oh, what is this? Tier 3 for both of them. We have another fire orb in the top left and a frost orb for Carofex. So, triple color versus bandit deck. Was SK the one with the bandit hut? I think yes, right? Okay, cleaning up a bit of the units. Since if you are going tier 3, you want to use tier 3 units, right? And there's tier 3 now ready from Carofex. Single frost orb, so we will not see the tremors. We see reavers. And here is the bandit hut. So the time is kind of ticking for Carofex. That can be a problematic in the end. In the meantime, SK with a crazy good ML counter here. That Reaver has no chance. But here we have the better L counter, I guess. Ooh, and here we have the M counter. Okay, he knows the danger of that building. Oh, they are M counter as well. Okay, that bandit hut might be extra problematic. I mean, a squad of 3 vanguards for just 70 energy, and they are LM counters like the... Ooh! And I just said in the beginning, I usually see Carofex playing the Lost Souls deck. Here you go, Lost Souls deck on tier 3. But in the meantime, the bandit hut is pumping out more units. Backlash. Probably not enough void to do the big damage. Life weaving. Ooh. That is great. There you go. First one down. Problem is, it's just a power well. This army is now going for your orb. And look at this. More resummons. So, next Grigori, just probably for the trampling. Life weaving again. Killing out the flyers. They are he is an L counter, so great move against the other units there. In the meantime, left side needs also a bit of attention in a second. Will the Grigori survive? That would be important. Yes, it will survive. Left side. Yeah, the Silverwind Lances are not the best counter there. Powell is down in the left. One bird. Okay, more of the vanguards. Oh, what the crap! Alright, hello Inferno. 300 energy. And the orb is down as well. Carofex losing the first match. Congratulations here for that victory, SK. Where we go next, Carofex? As per usual, it is a loser's map choice. Maybe still in the loading screen. Maybe adjusting the deck to the bandit hut. Realizing, okay, we need a building killer. Or maybe inserting the suppression. Who knows? I guess suppression would work on the bandit hut. But you need to be in close range. And if you play it in your base, what you should, yeah, you're fine. Let me just type in chat. Oh, Terras. Alright. I like the new map. I think it's a great addition to the PvP map pool. It is nicely balanced. It gives a lot of opportunities for cliffing and for not cliffing. Not that I would ever use that strategy, right? Alright, Terrors on the left side, SK with the Scavenger. Carofex on the right side with a delayed start. Okay, playing the mind games. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. SK is confused. Thugs. You know there's a Scavenger. Okay. Oh, he's probably going for the gang up. Oh, he's playing the knockback tower. That is the magic of Tome. You have that stack slot. And with that, SK has a very good situation there. Oh, will he go for the teleport? He's going for the teleport. Okay, that tower in the middle doesn't help anything, but here is the tower also built. And will go up in time, of course. No! A second too late. There was now a lot of energy put into that building. And now with 2, I'm not sure if that strategy will pay out. Yeah, it's looking not good. The Scavenger is doing his work as well. I like the strategy idea. And if the eruption would have gone off, I think he could have been here in a very, very good position. But with that, all units down. GG is called. And with that, the winner of that first set of matches is SK, advancing to the finals. That means we are now having a look at our second group of people, which is Triggz and Afro. So let me get Triggz. It's already part of another group. So I guess they are fighting already. Oh, Triggz and Afro are already done. Alright. So, we are starting with Carofex and Afro for the match places 4 and 3. So, let me get Andy and Carofex in here. SK, all good. You take your time. We will first stream the match for the lower for the place 3 and 5, 3 and 4 on Uru first match. All right. So, let's see what Andy has done to his deck. Maybe some additions from the last time he was on stream. I realize I haven't minimated this one. So, alright. Carofex versus Aggressiver Andy. Aggressiver. Yeah. Okay. AKA Afro. On the left side, Carofex with the Scavenger on the right side. The Nomad. Power well time for both of them. Power well time for both of them. Yeah, the Nomad, the great counter against this dude, but with a slowdown effect, Carofex can always just run away. Or just dodge, I guess. More nomads. Yeah, okay. Dodging 2 is problematic. Ooh. Ooh, he's dodging. But probably get a hit in a second there. In the meantime, tier 2 was built from Carofex with the Shadow Orb again. Of course, and he does not have the position to take tier 2 yet. Yeah, and Carofex just stalling for time, but here is tier 2 now with nature. And Carofex is switching targets. Going probably for that power well now. Tier 2 is up and running. Let's see the railing banner again. Yes. Expensive eruption. Another railing banner. Nope. Defended. And now another power well here. Counter power well? Not yet, at least. There's now the power well as well, so the equalizer. So far, just a single attack by Carofex, who is taking more power wells now. He's well aware of the size of the map. And I think his tier 3 strategy was not too shabby with life weaving on the Grigori. Looks like Andy's also here for another set of power wells. And of course a tier 3 position. Carofex does currently not have the tier 3 position. No eruption. But more M counters. And a root. Okay, that root deletes the strategy from Carofex here on his tier 2. That dude will just die in a second, but looks like he is ignoring him. Ignoring means he can still summon something. Yeah, last second summon. Ooh, that was close. Dodging the attacks. Meantime, take another power in the bottom left. Now with the Twilight Creeper. They are S counter, but they are taking less damage from ranged attacks and from spells. So they can be very annoying to deal with. Even if the Skyfire Drake is an M counter, he's not doing massive damage here. Problem is that spear of that nomad. If you're not careful, you will lose your bird. No, the bird is down. Very energy efficient. And now, that is looking like a very solid attack by Andy. Losing the bird was a hard hit. Probably will lose now Powell. If you, I guess he can still use another lava field or an eruption or so. And yeah, there it goes. Now the question is, will he lose another one? That would be very, very unfortunate. Yes, he loses another one. Crazy strong attack here by Andy. Double power kick. With that, ahead in power wells. Well, now equal in power wells. Falling back for some healing. Power well now +1. Yeah, +1 for Andy. Okay, the S counter is coming around. Still needs to be careful. Yeah. Nice eruption, killing the unit, which is expensive, and the spell on it. Ooh, the poison archers. We haven't seen them this stream so far. Oh. No, you're losing your bucks. No. And with the power of poison, they are gone. Okay, another power was taken here by Carofex in the meantime. Now we have a bit of a split attack going on. So here we have the M counters, and that is S counters. So it needs a bit of a split up. Yeah, here we have exactly the opposite counter. Carofex a bit better position with that. The poison archers now is picking one by one of these Miller units. Carofex very solid defense here, scaring away them. That was an important attack, or important defense. And also a very energy efficient one. Ooh, no, what is that? Is that a tier 3? Tier 3 by Andy, and Carofex on the run for a tier 3 position as well, but taking the power well, probably not having the energy for tier 3 yet. So it's now more or less a matter of stalling to have the energy. The units are running in. Ooh. Swarm! Yeah. Carofex does not have any kind of CC, so that power will go down. Yes, SK, please wait. We want to have the final on stream, of course. And that is defended close, half power well. Oh yeah. GG is called by Carofex. That was our first round of the match for the 3rd place. So where are we going next, Carofex? We do Terrors again. So I really liked the strategy last time. Let's see if he can pull it off this time, or if he decides to do a different one, because his opponent might have seen the strategy on stream, and so it's not working 2 times in a row. On the left side, Carofex with a card he did not summon yet. On the right side, Nomads by Andy. Oh yeah, he is playing the thugs again. Nothing more, just 2 units. Not sure who will win thugs versus Nomad. Ah, sorry, had to sneeze. Double thugs so far. I guess with a supportive eruption, Andy could clean that up. Ooh, he's well aware what could happen next. And Carofex is doing a good part of splitting. Oh, now they are pretty close. And now we have the gang up. But Andy has the same cards. Ooh, and now he has undazed units near his orb. There we have the first eruption. Looks like we are in battle now. Probably Carofex is also preparing an eruption at some point. Yeah. As you can see, you can't see. Okay, no eruption. He decides to go with more units. The trampling may pay off from Andy. Yeah. I'm not sure if it was the trampling or the decision against the eruption, because the eruption with the knockback could have been enough with his units. So yeah, he needs to heal up this bunch of units. If he is coming in with his units and do a 1 eruption, it would be gone. But maybe Carofex does not have an eruption. Oh no, the power well. That means healing and healing. Yeah, healing means it will not work. Double erupt. Carofex drops out. And with that, congratulations for the win of the 3rd place goes to Andy. Congratulations on that one. And so we now need Triggz and SK for the final. And the final will be on Urmia. Let me just update your launch there. So it was Afro winning. So we go to Urmia. And before we start, I will just get something to drink. So I'll be back in a second. All right. I have returned for our final match of the Tome Tournament number 4 of 2025. We have SK versus Triggz. We are playing best of 3 starting on Urmia. In the north, SK with a fire start. And in the south, the frost start of Triggz. So first power was taken in the top right, bottom left the one for Triggz, so equalizing. Let me use the water I just got. So my voice is not dying too hard. Well, we saw this strategy with Master Archers and the Scavenger already. To be fair, let me just check the group phase. Did they both fight against each other already? Ooh, the makeshift tower. Not the best one against the light blade, but against all these small units might be a good choice. So SK vs Triggz, yeah, they played in the third round of Swiss, and there was SK the winner. This looks like Triggz has a has learned from that matches, and we see now the tier 2. I don't think you can easily push that down. With tier 2 and fire, Lava Field can do a massive damage here against all these small units. Power well taken. Alright. SK with his tech and a power well, he is feeling pretty confident that he can push that down. Assassin switching. Yeah, Triggz is doing it. Triggz is... Wow. Yeah, I think that power well in the top right was greedy. Without the power well, 100 energy could be a Lava Field, could be 2 more assassins. Maybe could have saved his middle position. But Triggz now quite ahead, if you ask me. Is he taking a power well or an AWP in the middle, or keep on pushing? Looks like the power well is the way to go. Staying at Empower, always working in PvP. You just need to play long enough and power will win the game for you. Now this defensive makeshift tower, already retaking the tier 2. Yeah, not dealing too much damage, but buying the time needed. Yeah, using the ability to disable the Scavenger. Wow, nice eruption. Killing 2 units, so that paid off already. The tower is down. And now tier 2 is up again. We are back to Dark Earth Assassins. Very energy efficient. You need to switch them. Yeah, okay, was enough. But that power well has so low HP. Yeah, tier 1 Frost is scary. But that's the end of the attack, I guess. No, he's resummoning units. Okay, Triggz wants to push more. But these tier 1 units... Oof. Well, he is still ahead in units currently. But the Dark Earth Assassins are now cleaning up. Yeah, you need a bit of micro, but... Yeah, he's always summoning stuff on the right side, stuff on the left side. Cleaning these units, cleaning these. But it's more like 1 for 1. No, he dumped them dazed. Okay, that is a big problem. Okay, instant sniping away the dazed units in the top. Okay, actually they will survive here, so he has them for later. I think SK can actually hold that. The question is 7 more Dark Earth Assassins to go, and then the charges are out. So since Triggz can switch between them, yeah, okay, tier 2 is now building. I think if you keep on pushing, SK would have run out of charges. And he might be able to do it on tier 1. Since he was ahead in power wells, I think it could have worked. Oh yeah, Tempest is back. with Razor Shard Green. Green was healing, right? Yeah, green was the healing one. Okay, switching. Yeah, that healing is huge. Look at this. And of course he has an S counter. Oof. Okay. He is dealing massive damage against these assassins. Boom. Ooh, yeah. That power is not looking good. No resummons by SK. But taking the power well. What is that? Is that a breeding ground? A healing well?
Assassins ready to
Okay. More healing stuff. We can't see the range, but all the units are in range indeed. GG is called. We just saw the summoning of the tier 2 Stonekin dude, who can reduce the damage on a unit. So the first match goes to Triggz. And SK wants to come back on Haladur. Will we see a deck change? Will we see a strategy change? Yeah, GG. That was a that fight, tier 1 versus tier 2. That was huge. All right. Will SK come back? And we have 2 more fights. Or will Triggz finish this match victorious and be the winner of the Tomb Tournament number 4? We will find out now. With Triggz in North and the Scavengers start. And another Frost start with Master Archers by Triggz. So far, so similar, but different than Uru. Haladur is a bit bigger. And yeah, the layout is kind of inverted. Normally on Urmia you have in the middle the big fight, and here you can't have a fight in the middle. But it's very, very pleasant for flying units since you can fly over. So, for SK and his Wind Hunter, might be a good and better map, and probably the reason why he choose this map.
Master Archers, reporting. Master Archers, here.
And the makeshift towers are coming back. Not sure if Triggz is playing Wintertide. Ooh, one volley. Instantly falling back for healing. And the Light Blade. Yeah, Triggz is not falling for it. You can now use the ability of the Light Blade, kite out one of the Scavengers, and then kill it with the Archers. Ooh, sneaking away here past that corner, so he could also go for tier 2 instantly. Or not. Yeah, both are doing here the mind games. Whoever goes first has to... Ooh, and there we have the hit by the tower. But thanks to the squad mechanics, it's not doing too much. And that's looking maybe like the attack, or not. Both should swim in energy here. And that is tier 2.
Master archers, reporting.
And Triggz again going full ham on that tier 2 and the tower.
Master archers, reporting.
The archers picking out the dazed units. Yeah, tier 2 will come up, that is for sure. But what will he summon on tier 2?
Master archers.
Yes, assassins, of course. Question is how many can he pump out in this short time? The tower is still doing a lot of value here. Knocking around the small units, which are the S counters after all. The orb by half HP.
Assassins ready to die.
Yeah, Light Blight down, he was the damage dealer after all. Yeah. Great move so far.
Archers, here.
Triggz is still trying to push down the orb. And GG is called. That is the equalizer. That means we are having a final decided map on Urmia. Let me just note something down. All right. So, let's roll. All right, Urmia, decisive match. We're having on the north SK with a scavenger, and in the south again Triggz with the master archer. Last time Triggz won on this map, so I hope SK prepared something special this time. Taking the first power well in the top right. Now bottom left, counter power well by Triggz. Snacking away the unit. Already both with another power well. But of course, SK will now lose his unit, while on the other hand, Triggz has bound more energy. That means another power well now for SK. Triggz very slowly going into the middle, like a Frost player does. And power well equalizing. In the meantime, another unit top right for SK. Waiting for a tier 2, most likely. Yes, it is again the shadow, question mark. It is the shadow indeed, exclamation mark. And Triggz is not summoning units, instead going tier 2 as well with the nature orb, Stonekin. Dancing around with his scavenger. Not using the ability. And here we have the purple stalker. And a bunch of assassins. Saving the scavenger. So far Triggz is not summoning anything. Okay, he is taking the power well. So currently +1, equalizing SK. So we have currently quite the base builder game. Not too dramatic battles so far. No one is doing a big commitment here. Okay, Triggz is again around with his Tempest. Maybe he is doing again the healing strategy. I love the healing well approach. Yeah, but you need a lot of energy to summon the Tempest, but also to keep him alive. So that was the main reason probably to wait here a bit to do anything. Yeah, great unit mix here. As soon as this guy comes in range, you can ground him. We have an S counter. We have an M counter. Switched. Yes. Attack has started. Grounded unit. There's the lava field. And now the effect of the green razor shard is healing up all this damage the lava field does. So we kind of need to kill the razor shard and then do the lava field. The red Storm Singer is also dealing damage by grounding the enemy, and that is quite substantial. I was not aware how much damage that actually is. Yeah, there's now a big force of tier 2 units in front of your first power there. Let's see how SK is trying this, because the assassins are not working at all. Yeah, they get melted. I mean, he lost one of his razor shards, but now he has 2 of them. Yeah, the Wind Hunter probably will now get the ability use of the Storm Singer. Now he's not coming even in range. It's looking grim. Let's see if he has a special strategy or card back in his sleeve, or maybe going for tier 3 or more Wind Hunter. Yeah, the double razor shards are very, very bad, since they can heal each other. Oh yeah, great double lava field here. Instantly healing up again. He's still focusing on the unit. Will he get the kill on the Storm Singer? Yeah, he got the kill on Storm Singer. And his Wind Hunter goes down. Yeah, the knockback. Okay, and again the close power well. We'll see the healing garden again. The Tempest is dying now. Yeah. Not sure if he didn't have the energy there for the heal. Yeah, that S counter damage against with the razor shards plus the healing. Ability use instantly. Followed by a barrage of razor shards. And 1 power nearly down and 2 to go. Ooh, hello M counters. Oh, that power well. Yeah, that is the end of the power well. Well, of 2 power wells, I guess. Oh yeah, nature. Nature with roots, very difficult to do. To deal with that if the enemy has a lot of range units, and with a lot I mean every unit on the field currently from Triggz is range units. In terms of stats, yeah, he is better than the Storm Singer. Okay, not dealing with the power well in top right there, and now switching targets to the orb. Lava field not enough. GG is called by SK, and Triggz winning the Tome tournament number 4. Congratulations! Great match, great match. So let me just update Azure launch here. Give me a sec. Okay, SK. Alright. And with that, the final standing is Triggz is winning the match. Second place, SK. Third place, Afro. Fourth place is Carofex. And here then there is Navarr, Killbuster, and Rapsy. Thank you everyone for joining, of course. An event without player is not an event, right? So great to have you all in the Tome tournament today. I will send out the prizes, I think, this evening, so maybe I will message you to figure out the right in-game name. Once again, thank you everyone for joining. Play some Battleforge! And see you in the Forge, fellow Skylords!